The city wakes up before the sun, its streets still wrapped in the gentle blue of early morning. Chongqing is a place where the day begins quietly, but with a sense of anticipation that lingers in the cool air. The sidewalks fill with people moving softly, some on bicycles, others on foot, each carrying their own hopes for the day. The city buzzes with a quiet energy, as if everyone is sharing a secret. Chongqing, where mountains meet rivers, is a city full of bridges and steep hills. The Yangtze and Jialing rivers wind through the city, connecting neighborhoods and lives, while bridges arch gracefully overhead. In a tall building looking over the foggy Yangtze River, 14-year-old Li Wei starts his day. The mist outside his window makes the city look mysterious, almost magical, as the first rays of sunlight try to break through. His alarm is the light from his mother's phone. She's already making breakfast in the dim kitchen, moving quietly so as not to wake the neighbors. The smell of steamed buns drifts through the apartment. Li Wei's room is packed with school books and just one basketball poster, a reminder of dreams beyond homework. His desk is cluttered but organized, every item in its place. He goes over English words, like chance and future, knowing they are important for a bigger world. Each word is a step towards something new, a possibility waiting just outside his window. His dad has already left for the car factory, disappearing into the morning before the city is fully awake. His mom quietly packs his lunch, her hands moving with practiced care. Breakfast is simple, steamed buns and soy milk, eaten without talking. The silence is comfortable, filled with the warmth of family and the promise of a new day. Every item in their small apartment has a purpose, from the neatly stacked books to the carefully folded clothes. Space is precious, and nothing is wasted. His mother hands him his lunchbox with a nod, a silent way to show love. In this quiet gesture, Li Wei feels her hopes for him, unspoken but strong. Li Wei is ready for the day ahead, stepping out into the city of bridges, carrying his family's dreams with him as the city comes alive. At 6:30 sharp, Li Wei steps out of his apartment, the sky still painted with the soft blue of early morning. He joins the morning rush, blending into a sea of faces, each person moving with purpose, each step echoing the city's relentless rhythm. The elevator is already packed, filled with neighbors he sees every day but rarely speaks to. There's a quiet understanding among them, a shared determination to face another busy day. Outside, the sidewalks are alive with energy. Street vendors call out, selling steamed buns and soy milk to hurried commuters. The aroma of breakfast mingles with the cool morning air as people weave around each other, some lost in thought, others chatting with friends. Li Wei feels the humidity cling to his uniform as he makes his way up the steep steps to the monorail station, which clings to the hillside like a lifeline for the city's workers and students. He swipes his card and squeezes onto the crowded train, finding a small space by the window. The train lurches forward, and he steadies himself, pressed shoulder to shoulder with strangers who share his journey. As the train snakes through the city, Li Wei gazes out the window. Below, the city stretches endlessly, bridges arching over rivers, boats gliding through the water, and rows of high-rise apartments standing like silent sentinels. Inside the train, the atmosphere is focused. Students open textbooks and notebooks, turning the commute into a moving classroom. Some review vocabulary, others scribble math problems, all determined to make every minute count. Li Wei quietly recites chemistry formulas, his lips moving in silent repetition. He's memorizing reactions and equations, blocking out the noise around him, determined to be ready for the day's quiz. After 20 minutes, the train ride ends. Li Wei transfers to a crowded bus, squeezing in among office workers and students, clutching his backpack tightly as the bus jolts through traffic. Studying is impossible here. The bus is too noisy and packed. Instead, Li Wei gazes out the window, watching the city transform. Towering buildings give way to leafy parks where old men gather for chess. and grandmothers move gracefully through Tai Chi routines. The city's pace slows, if only for a moment. The bus finally stops at his school. Li Wei steps off, joining a flood of students streaming through the busy school gate, each one carrying their own hopes and worries for the day ahead. The commute is exhausting, a daily test of patience and focus. Yet, Li Wei knows it's also a test of his determination. How long he can keep pushing forward, no matter how tired he feels. Every morning, he arrives at school with a sense of purpose, ready to make the most of every lesson, every opportunity, and every challenge. The city's energy is contagious. Surrounded by millions of people chasing their dreams, Li Wei feels inspired to work hard and achieve his own goals, knowing that every morning brings a new chance to move closer to them. Chongqing number 8. Middle school stands tall, a sturdy building of concrete and glass that reflects the morning sun. Its modern design is a symbol of the city's rapid growth, but inside, the traditions of Chinese education run deep. Every morning, over 2,000 students pour into the schoolyard for exercises. The air is filled with the sound of upbeat music and synchronized movements. It's a daily ritual that wakes everyone up and brings a sense of unity as students stretch and move in perfect rows, preparing their minds and bodies for the day ahead. Among them is Li Wei, who joins his classmates with a determined look. He knows today will be challenging, but he's ready to face it. The energy in the crowd is contagious, and he feels both excitement and nerves as he lines up with friends. Classes begin promptly at 8 o'clock. The schedule is packed: literature, math, physics. Each subject gets 45 minutes of intense focus. There's little time to relax as every minute counts. The lessons are fast-paced, and students are expected to keep up, absorbing new information quickly. Teachers here are strict, but their dedication is clear. Ms. Wang, the literature teacher, brings ancient poems to life with her passionate voice, making even the oldest stories feel relevant. Mr. Chen, the math teacher, fills the blackboard with complex equations, challenging students to think deeply and solve problems on their own. Li Wei always chooses a seat near the front. He wants to catch every word, every detail. Around him are friends, but also fierce competitors. In this classroom, everyone pushes each other to do better, and the atmosphere is both supportive and intense. Competition is everywhere. Test scores are posted on the wall for all to see. Every student knows exactly where they stand, and the rankings are a constant reminder of what's at stake. Li Wei's best friend, Zhang Hao, is both a study partner and a rival. They help each other with homework, quiz each other before tests, and sometimes compete to see who can solve problems faster. Their friendship is built on trust, but also on the drive to succeed. The teaching style is traditional: long lectures, careful note-taking, and lots of memorization. Students listen quietly, writing down every important point, knowing that these notes will be their guide when exams come. There isn't much time for open discussions or debates, but the bonds between classmates are strong. They share snacks, stories, and encouragement, helping each other through the toughest days. Li Wei's notebooks are filled with neat, careful notes, pages and pages of formulas, vocabulary, and summaries. He reviews them every night, determined not to fall behind. Every lesson, every assignment is a step toward the all-important exams that will shape their futures. The pressure is always there, pushing everyone to work harder and aim higher. The stress can be overwhelming at times, but it's something every student understands. They talk about their worries, share tips for coping, and remind each other that they're not alone. In this environment, resilience is just as important as intelligence. Students learn to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going even when things get tough, and to support each other through every challenge. Each day in the classroom is a test, not just of knowledge, but of determination, friendship, and the ability to keep moving forward no matter what. The lunch bell signals a short break from the hard schoolwork. Students rush into the cafeteria with laughter and talking echoing. Li Wei and Zhang Hao talk about physics over lunch. Li Wei explains it using a basketball example. Li Wei eats his mother's home-cooked meal, enjoying the comfort. After eating, most students nap at their desks, a way to survive the long day. Sometimes they visit the library, a quiet place full of books. Li Wei dreams of becoming an engineer, inspired by the city's bridges. Now and then, there's time for a quick game of table tennis. These moments of freedom are special and don't last long. The bell rings again, and the long day of school starts up again. The midday break reminds them there's life beyond exams. It's a short pause before the next challenge. The final bell at 5 doesn't mean the day is truly over. After-school clubs and extra study classes quickly fill the evening hours. Li Wei goes to English club, practicing talking even though he's still shy. On other days, he goes to extra study classes for advanced math and physics. The competition for good schools is tough. Every extra lesson helps a little. By 8, he's on his way home, the city glowing with neon lights. The trip home is quieter, filled with tired students and workers heading back. At home, the smell of dinner greets him, a calm place after a long day. The cycle of hard work continues, never stopping but always with a clear goal. Evening centers around the family table. Dinner is simple: rice, vegetables, soup, shared with his parents. Talking is about practical things: grades, clean shirts, plans for tomorrow. Love is shown through actions, not words. After dinner, Li Wei spends hours doing homework at the dining table. The apartment is quiet, except for the sound of his pen and the low noise of the TV. His parents' sacrifices are always there. Long hours, saved money, steady support. The pressure to do well is heavy, driven by duty and hope. Around 11, he finishes, packs his bag, and drinks warm milk his mother brings. A quick message to Zhang Hao offers a moment of connection. Tired, Li Wei turns off the light. The day ends as it began, with determination. Tomorrow, it all starts again. In quiet moments, Li Wei dreams, not of being famous, but of building bridges. He imagines designing structures that connect people and can handle the city's tough conditions. His ambition powers every late night and early morning. The path is long: atop high school, then the difficult Gaokao exam. Chongqing is a city of opposites: pressure and chances, old ways and new ideas. Li Wei feels like he's part of something bigger, hoping he can help shape the future. Small joys, a friend's joke, a home-cooked meal, a city view, keep him going. The challenges are huge, but so is his ability to recover. For Li Wei, Chongqing is more than home. It's where his dreams begin. Each day, he builds his future, one step at a time.